Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many saga-wide implications in this story by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about this movie that really has going for itself is that it's going to have a lot of these different revelations that are going to change how we view not just the entire Skywalker saga, but indeed the characters of Luke Skywalker and Anakin throughout all of the movies, starting off with Episode 1, going all the way up until Episode 9. And what's really great about this is that J.J. Abrams, we do know that he's pouring his heart and soul into this movie in order to really make these revelations very much tangible. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions and one of the ideas that are going to be thrown into the movie, this is where things begin to get very exciting and intriguing. Now, specifically, it's described that one of the big revelations in the film has to do with the meaning of the title and how it's connected to the story. It said that the title has over 3 different meanings in the film, and that one of them has all to do with the Skywalker bloodline. It said that one of the revelations has to do with the origins of Anakin Skywalker and Disney and Lucasfilm, expanding the answer of how Anakin was born. It said that an element of Anakin's father will be used from the original script of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, that was disregarded from the final cut of the film, that George was originally going to explain at the end of the prequels. It's said to be a moment that will change how fans view the prequel trilogy, and that Anakin's father will be explained in some way, shape, or form in the film. It said that this decision was made during one of the major rewrites of the third act of the film during the end of 2018, and that this revelation is said to be told through one of the legacy characters from the original trilogy. It said that this is part of the story that was inspired from both Legends material and canon material within the universe as well. It's described that the explanation of Anakin's father will be made in a very unexpected way for fans, and that the origin of the Skywalkers will be told. So you guys may recall that we went over this also lightly before in the past, that the character of Luke Skywalker speaking to Rey, revealing something to do with his bloodline while he's in the form of a Force ghost. Now, what's really interesting about all of this is that Anakin's father, the aspect of that, will be explained in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Whatever his father may be, we're not quite sure, but I definitely do believe that this is going to be answered in, of course, the form of what we got in the comics not too long ago. You guys may recall that in the Darth Vader comics, I believe it was the last issue of the last comic line of Darth Vader, where Vader enters the spiritual realm, and he witnesses Emperor Palpatine initiating his birth, initiating Shmi Skywalker to create Anakin Skywalker. So what's really interesting about that is that it left a lot of fans wondering, is that a hint of what's to come in Star Wars Episode 9? Or is that just a dream sequence for the character of Darth Vader? Well, it turns out that he was actually in the spiritual realm, where a lot of truths and revelations are being revealed to Anakin. However, it was left open-ended, and fans weren't quite sure if it was entirely accurate that Palpatine was indeed the father of Anakin Skywalker. Also note how J.J. Abrams is using a lot of the original ideas from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, that was going to explain Anakin's father. And in the original script of Episode 3, in case you guys did not know, when Palpatine is turning Anakin Skywalker to the dark side, he reveals that he created Anakin, and even Palpatine himself says in the script that, in a way, you can call myself your father, hence creating a parallel to that of The Empire Strikes Back, no, I am your father, from Darth Vader to Luke. So what's really interesting about all of this is that the title has more than 3 meanings in the movie, and one of them has all to do with the origins of the Skywalker bloodline, and of course exactly how Anakin Skywalker was born, hence the rise of Skywalker. So you can really see what they are trying to do with this movie. Even J.J. Abrams himself said that there are multiple meanings to the title in Star Wars Episode 9, and now knowing that there are more than 3 meanings to the title, could that very well be a little too confusing for fans, or is that going to be, a bit of a problem in the Star Wars movie for casual fans? Honestly, guys, I think that having multiple meanings in a title is a great thing, given that this is the final film of the Skywalker saga. This is the culmination of the entire saga of all 9 movies. It's a big deal. It really is going to be a historical film, and also the fact that Palpatine is going to be a significant role in this movie. I honestly do believe that they are gearing towards what was hinted at in the comics, that Palpatine is indeed the father of Anakin Skywalker. So The fact that they are going to explain Anakin Skywalker's father and exactly how Anakin was created in Episode 9, during the prequel trilogy era that will be explained in this movie, I think is really going to speak volumes by JJ. It tells us that he is trying to do astronomical things with this movie that have never been told before in the Skywalker saga that truly is going to change our view on everything, and lines directly up with what Richard E. Grant said on the Radio Times. It lines directly up with this, where Richard E. Grant even said that there's going to be saga-wide implications and earth-shaking twists and turns. It has a significant role in this movie in some way, shape, or form, and that this was hinted at in the comics and was even an original idea in the original script of Revenge of the Sith, that J.J. Abrams is using that material for this big answer in Episode 9. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.